Hello and welcome to the talk today. And I want to give you a very important clinical hint in about interesting remedy Lycopodium. And I'm not going to tell you about what is Lycopodium. We all know the chronic big antipsoric that is Lycopodium, a deep-seated progressive chronic disease type of remedy. And we know the kind of person that they are, the boasting, the love for power, the egotism, the wanting to talk about themselves. There's so much. There is so much. I will not talk about that because something you already know. I'm here to tell you a little bit about an interesting clinical tip that I want to give you about Lycopodium that maybe you will find it interesting. And the clinical tip is very interesting. And this is typically in cases of children. In children's cases, patient's mother will come and tell you, and this is written in Allen's keynote. Very interesting clinical tip. This is something I learned in Kolkata, and the clinical tip is very interesting. And if you read this in clinical tip, you'll get to know. One is that always one hand, more than hand, one foot will be hot and another foot will be cold. So you'll have to examine. When you examine, one foot is hot, another foot is cold. Think about this very interesting remedy. And finally, there is a very small keynote. You must have read Lycopodium like hundreds of times, but you may not have ever come across this symptom very deeply the way I am telling you here. Let's see if I can find it for you. Okay, no problem. I will anyways tell you. The symptom is that the children with fever and symptoms like that, the mother will often tell that the child is getting lot of vomiting before the chills. Now, this is very important. So the patient will come, the mother will come and bring the child and say that he has fever, and before fever he vomited a lot, and especially it was sour vomiting. So when you see that, that is a very important indication for Lycopodium. Let me show you it in the repertory. Sour vomiting before chill or fever. Let's see, and you'll see one of the most important remedy. Let's have a look. I want to show you this in Allen's keynote. Have a look. So everything tastes sour. This is written in Allen's keynote, right? I was just showing you this, and have a look, everyone. And this is, let's see, this is like the 9th or the 10th keynote. Have a look. And then it is written sour vomiting between chill and heat, and especially also before chills also. This is also very important. Let me tell you a little bit more about the Lycopodium fever, which we normally don't think about. What are the important features which I want to tell you? Let me tell you. One is even during fever, there's a lot of desire for sweets. That is something you will see. In the chill stage, as we already spoke about, sour vomiting between chill and heat. Here you can differentiate. When there is bitter vomiting, you can think about Repertorisation. There is a lot of shivering after drinking and eating. So always related to the digestion. After eating, they kind of get this kind of symptoms. And generally, chills begin at 7 p.m. or in the evening, and as if they are lying on ice every 2 hourly, and a lot of thirst after sweat. Very interesting. Chills, especially on left side of the body. Now you should understand, Lycopodium, although right-sided remedy, has chills on left side of the body. So interesting, isn't it? After chills, there could be stupefying kind of sleep in Lycopodium, more or less. Very interesting. We'll come to the heat stage. Heat stage is generally after eating. So after eating, chills and heat, remember Lycopodium. Before chills, vomiting. Between chills and heat, sour vomiting, think of Lycopodium. Palms are generally hands and burning, also Lycopodium in heat stage. And always they must uncover because Lycopodium is very hot even during fever. Finally, there is sweat immediately after chill without heat. So this is a little bit about the clinical Materia Medica of Lycopodium. One important thing which I want to tell you. Two things about Lycopodium. One, they cannot be alone. They cannot be alone in fever. Number two, there is always sour vomiting. sour flatulence, sour taste, sour sweat, and sour vomiting before chills and fever. Think about this remedy more or less. Sour vomiting, remember, sour vomiting. This is something I hope you remember. And finally, always want warm drinks and must uncover. This will help you to prescribe Lycopodium in acute. So I hope you got an idea. And there are many this keynotes and near repertory rubrics I am teaching in my new book, Art of Repertorisation, which will be published in 14th Feb. So I hope you pre-book the book and you read the book, and I hope you find it very interesting.